Welcome to the opposition preview, Geelong, round 9, to a packed house at Etihad on a Friday night. Yet again, a massive game for our club and for Geelong. Geelong going very well, obviously, 7-0, beating last year's premiers last week in what was a very impressive, a very patient display of football. They did change their style, kicked the ball more down the line, took less risks, absolutely handballed less than they have in the past. So that is an impact of Chris Scott on the club, and the players being very good to adapt to his style. Look, nothing much has changed there other than tinkering with the style. As I say, less handballs, but they're still number one in the competition for handballs, up around 180 a game. Last week against Collingwood was 135, so that's an indication how much they changed for that one game. That could have been conditions. Players that are playing well, obviously Joel Selwood in his 100th game last week was very impressive. 9 clearances, gets a lot of the ball, puts his head over it and gets a lot of free kicks for it. No problem with that, he deserves them, he's in there first. Other guys doing well in there, it is really the stalwarts of their team. Corey, Chapman, Kelly, Ling, who is injured at the moment and is still a chance but possibly unlikely. Their defence, Matthew Scarlett has been a rock down there, very much a stay-at-home defender these days, a little bit in the mould of Dustin Fletcher. He certainly has played very well against Sydney in their win up there and against Hawthorn at the MCG, where he just stayed at home, mopped up and cleared the ball away. Harry Taylor, Tom Lonergan, really good tall defenders, lock into their opponents, very hard to work off the footy and good overhead. Half-backs, they've been assisted with, at times, playing a 7th defender this year. Sits back there, it's certainly a Scott initiative to prop up the defence in what is a very good one-on-one defence, but he gives them assistance and it's proved very good with scores against going down. Young players that have played a little bit of footy but are certainly having an impact. Mitch Duncan, really good running player, plays wing and half forward, gets up and down the ground, hits the scoreboard and as well is also good overhead. Nathan Vardy is a possible to come in, 198cm ruckman, yet to debut, played against us in an intra-club earlier in the year and looks to be a good talent. Steve Johnson, he's playing really good nick, playing more midfield than he has in the past. It does give him a lot of freedom to get up and down the ground, so that's something that we will have to deal with. Their forwards, Podsy Ardley leads their scoring. Been a little bit inaccurate, but he's certainly getting lots of shots on goal, so it's a very dangerous player for us this week. Strong overhead, tackles well in the forward 50, gives them a real presence down there, as does Tom Hawkins and Ottens when he is there. They will be something to deal with. Their small forwards, Varco, Stokes, Christensen, who came on as a sub last week, quick, nippy players, very difficult to deal with, and Paul Chapman, obviously a real star, midfielder, half forward, finds space, works really hard, strong overhead. Had 33 against us last year in round 21, so he's someone we'll have to try and limit his impact on the game. Look, we're looking for a massive game, really big test for the club. The players are really looking forward to it. We just need you to get on board. Go Blues.